Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to all the respected students. Students, accountancy, we are going to start again after the break. Students, in accountancy till now we have seen few very important topics, and I think I have taken around 24-25 lectures of account. Again I am telling you students, in playlist, in class 12 commerce, all the videos of accounts as well as BS, DS are available. So at your free time, please kindly see all the videos, all the lectures. Now what we have seen till now in accountancy, let me just go back and let me just discuss with you, share with you few topics, then we will move further in accountants. Students, we have started with partnership account. Partnership account, this is a chapter, partnership first chapter. In this chapter, we have seen theory, what is partnership, what are the features of partnership. Then we have seen few of the small sums, like the sum, interest on drawing. When the drawing has been done in the beginning of the month, interest on drawing when the drawing is done at the end of the month, when the drawing is done quarterly, either beginning or end. We have seen the minimum guarantee given by a partner for another partner to get the profit. We have seen some of the sums rectification, like interest on drawing calculated for different dates, interest on capital for different dates, when interest on capital is omitted or forgotten. So these small sums we have already seen. Then we have moved further in the same chapter, that is profit and loss account and profit and loss appropriation account. We have seen the difference. Then we have started profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation. Then we went for the capital account and then current account. So this is the brief summary of chapter number 1, which already I have done. Again I am telling you, go to playlist, everything is there. Lecture number 1, lecture number 2, I have put the title also. Students, thereafter I have taken the point goodwill. What is goodwill? What are the features of goodwill? Different methods to calculate the value of goodwill. As we have seen, average profit method, super profit method and capitalization method, this we have seen. After that, students, I have started a very important chapter, that is admission of a partner, new partner in the business. There we have seen theory also. Then after we have started small sums. There are 5 methods to calculate the small sums. All 5 methods, students, I have discussed with you till now. Now after that we are going further in this chapter admission, a very important topic. Very important sum. The sum definitely will be asked in the board exam for 6 marks. 6 to 8 marks I should say, depends on government blueprint this year. And students, to calculate the sum, you have to prepare different accounts. The first account will be revaluation account, this one. Second account is a capital account. You are familiar now what is capital account. Then cash/bank account, which is not compulsory but advisable to prepare, and then balance sheet. So you have to prepare revaluation, capital or current, cash/bank or cash or bank I should say, and then balance sheet. So eventually 4 accounts you have to prepare to calculate the sum of admission. Students, my humble request to you, better please, because normally this is admission, after that retirement chapter will be there. And in the board exam, the sums will be asked from both the chapters but in option. this chapter is comparatively easy. So now please focus on this sum. But before starting the sum, we have to see the theory and theory of revaluation account. This one. Now revaluation account means what? Students, in the business, when new partner comes in, it means admission of a partner. That time there will be a revaluation of assets and liabilities. Assets and liabilities revaluation means what? That the building whose value was, suppose example 5 lakhs, now it is 7 lakhs. So 2 lakhs plus machinery whose value was 50,000, now 40,000. So 10,000 less. Similarly, example like creditors to whom we had to pay 10,000 accepted 8,000. So creditors have taken 2,000 less. So liability goes down. So what I mean to say, these things will happen. Assets will also come up and goes down, increase and decrease. Similarly, liability also increase and decrease. So in this case, what is the difference? That different amount will be written here in revaluation account. Students, I told you, assets, example I gave you also, building 5 lakhs, now it is 7 lakhs, so 2 lakh rupees increase. 2 lakhs will be returned in revaluation account. Creditors, we had to pay 50,000, now we have to pay 40,000, example I am giving you. So 10,000 less that we have to write here in revaluation account. So what is revaluation account? Revaluation account is prepared to give the effect of the difference of amount taken place due to the revaluation of assets and liabilities. Whatever that gap is there between the actual amount right now and the amount before, the gap is there. To write that amount of gap, that gap amount, we have to prepare revaluation account. So revaluation account is basically for assets and liabilities. Basically, I am using the word for assets and liabilities. Now, what are the rules of revaluation account? That suppose when it's something like a profit and loss account, almost like that. So when there is a profit, business profit, revaluation account will be credited. And when there is a loss, revaluation account will be debited. At the end of the year, when you close revaluation account, when you go for the total, suppose if credit side total is more, that means it's a profit of the business. When there is a profit of the business, in that case, it will be distributed among the partners or between the partners on debit side, because credit side total is more. Same profit which we have distributed on debit side among the partners will be transferred to credit side of capital account. Let me just give you briefly here. Suppose this is revaluation account. And suppose this is capital account, A and B. Suppose this side total is 50,000. This side we should write for 50,000, but here only 40,000 is there. 40,000. So means 10,000 is the amount. This is known as profit. This will be distributed between partners, it means A and B. Now by chance the ratio is equal, then this 10,000 will be distributed 5,000 for A and 5,000 for B here. And this same amount will be transferred here, and that will be written revaluation account. A 5,000, B 5,000. Vice versa. If there is a loss, this amount will go to credit side, because debit side total will be more. and that loss will be transferred here on debit side capital account. So this is the valuation account. Only you have to keep one rule in mind: loss will be debited, loss of business, and profit of the business will be credited. Okay. Now, just for your better understanding purpose, I am doing one small sum here so that the concept of revaluation account should be clear in your mind. Students, before doing the sum, I will also write here the journal entries, because in some of the sums in exam, they may be asking journal entries also. So let me write a small sum here so that everything should be clear in your mind. Students, take an example. This is the balance sheet. Liability side amount, asset side amount. Now, as you know, liability side capitals are there, so I will write here capitals. Take an example X and Y. Maybe 60,000 here and then 40,000 here. So one line will be there. Maybe creditors here. Creditors, trade payables we call it. Creditors take 20,000. General reserve 10,000. This side I will write down here. Machinery 30,000. This is one thing just for understanding purpose. Building 40,000. Debtors 20,000. Stock 25,000. Cash at bank 15,000. So if you go for the total of the whole side, it is 1,30,000, and as you know, the balance sheet total must be same on both the sides. Students, this is a question. Remember, this is just a question. Now, additional information we call it as adjustments. One, increase the value of machinery by 10%. First adjustment. Second, reduce or decrease the value of building by 5%. Second adjustment. Third, the market value of stock is 20,000 rupees. 20,000. Fourth one, provide 10% bad debt reserve on debtors. Number 5, rupees 1,000 to creditors not payable now. Not payable now. So these are the adjustments we have. This is a question. Now students, if you want to write the journal entry, journal entries must be started from adjustments. and 90% of your journal entries in this sum will belongs to adjustment. 90%. 10% will be taken from the balance sheet also. And students, I told you, if there is a profit, revaluation will be credited. If there is a loss, revaluation will be debited. So now suppose if I am writing journal entries, it should be like this. Now check first. Increase the value of machinery by 10%. Machinery is our asset. And when the value of machinery increase, it means it's a good for us. Asset value increase. Asset value increase means it's a profit of the business. Indirectly. Now asset value. Example समझाता हूँ. मेरे पास जो मशीनरी है वो पहले थी 30 की. अब उसकी वैल्यू हो गई है 10% ज्यादा हो गया है. तो मेरे लिए तो फायदा है. एग्जाम्पल, मशीनरी मुझे परचेस करनी है तो मेरे लिए लॉस है, लेकिन ऑलरेडी मशीनरी मेरे पास है और उसकी वैल्यू अब कितनी है 10% मोर. सो इट्स अ बेनिफिट फॉर मी. नाउ व्हेन देयर इज अ बेनिफिट, रिवैल्यूएशन विल बी credited. So I will write down to machinery account. To machinery account. 10%. Now 10% of 30,000, what you will take? 3,000. तो डेबिट में क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? Extremely sorry, machinery will not be there as there is a profit revaluation. So to revaluation account, credit side, because it's a profit of the business. Pardon me, please. Now in debit side we will write down machinery account. 3,000. आप फिर से कंफ्यूज ना हो, प्रॉफिट हुआ है इसलिए मशीनरी को डेबिट किया, रिवैल्यूएशन क्रेडिट. नरेशन इज वेरी इजी. इंक्रीज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ मशीनरी. Narration is not, there is no particular structure of narration. It is only necessary to write a short, sweet and simple narration piece. Narration is compulsory in journal entry unless and until if it is mentioned in the question paper, don't write narration, you have to write. Otherwise marks will be cut. Now first entry, second entry. Check here. Reduce the value of building by 5%. So reduce means common. And building is our asset, it is our property. हमारी प्रॉपर्टी की वैल्यू कम हो गई है, रिड्यूस हो गया है. सो व्हाट शुड वी डू नाउ? इट इज आवर लॉस. सो आई विल राइट डाउन हियर रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट. डेबिट टू बिल्डिंग अकाउंट. Now reduce by 5%. Check here building. 40,000 5%, that is 2,000. Narration is almost same. Just instead of increase, you will write down reduce. Okay. Number 3. The market value of the stock is 20,000. स्टॉक की जो मार्केट वैल्यू अभी मार्केट में स्टॉक 20,000 का है, पहले स्टॉक था 25 का, अभी कितना है 20, तो 5,000 कम हो गया, रिड्यूस, एंड स्टॉक इज आवर असेट. सो आई हैव टू राइट डाउन हियर रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू स्टॉक अकाउंट. स्टॉक इज ऑल्सो नोन एज इन्वेंटरी. 5,000. Next, provide 10% EDR on debtors. Bad debt reserve का मतलब समझाता हूँ. I hope you know this. That for the future uncertain bad debt, we keep some amount from our profit on one side. That is bad debt reserve. So when we keep some amount on one side, bad debt reserve, eventually it is not our loss right now, but from our present profit, some amount has been reduced now. Our profit has been reduced to certain extent. So keeping that thing in mind, when you create bad debt or bad debt reserve on debtors, revaluation account will be debited. So I will write down here number 4, revaluation account debit to BDR, bad debt reserve. And students, what the percentage? 10%. Debtors given 20,000, 10%, as you people know, 2,000. Next, 1,000 is not to be paid to creditors, now not payable. Creditor is our liability. अब लायबिलिटी जो है उसमें से 1000 क्रेडिटर ने बोला चलो हम माफ कर देते हैं, तो इसका मतलब हमारी 1000 लायबिलिटी कम हो गई. अब लायबिलिटी कम होने का मतलब होता है इट्स अवर प्रॉफिट, बेनिफिट. अच्छा हुआ ना, क्रेडिटर्स को पहले आप देने वाले थे 20,000, अब 1000 नहीं देंगे तो कितने देंगे? 19,000, तो 1000 का फायदा हुआ. सो प्रॉफिट इज देयर. सो हियर आई विल राइट डाउन नंबर 5, क्रेडिटर्स अकाउंट डेबिट to revaluation account 1000. स्टूडेंट्स, ये तो जर्नल एंट्री हो गई आपकी. एंट्री नंबर 1, एंट्री नंबर 2, एंट्री नंबर 3, एंट्री नंबर 4, एंट्री नंबर 5. ये तो हो गया. अब बैलेंस शीट चेक कर लेते हैं. फर्स्ट इज कैपिटल. कैपिटल इज अ बैलेंस, उसकी जर्नल एंट्री नहीं होती है. ओके, क्रेडिटर्स तो ऑलरेडी हमने कर लिया है, अभी एंट्री लिखी. देन यू हैव जनरल रिजर्व. Now listen students, when there is a sum of admission or retirement, you have to distribute general reserve. Now general reserve will be distributed among existing partners. जो आया है उसको कंसीडर नहीं कर सकते आप, जो पहले से पार्टनर्स है उसके बीच में ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है. So I will write down here number 6. But listen, ये जो जनरल रिजर्व है वो रिवैल्यूएशन में नहीं आएगा. इट इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट. वो जाएगा डायरेक्ट कैपिटल अकाउंट में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा. सो सपोज इफ आई एम राइटिंग हियर जनरल रिजर्व अकाउंट डेबिट टू, अब कैपिटल में दो पार्टनर है, एक एक्स एंड वाई, रेशियो नहीं है, सो वी विल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट इक्वली. सो टू एक्स अकाउंट and to Y account. Now 10,000 will be distributed equally, that is 5,000 and 5,000. So ये हो गया. This side machinery gone, building, debtors, stock, कैश एंड बैंक जो होता है उसकी जर्नल एंट्री नहीं लिखनी है, वो बैलेंस है, तो उसको कैश अकाउंट में डेबिट साइड लिखना है टू बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन. लेकिन वो हम जब सम करेंगे तब आपको मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. सो दीज आर द जर्नल एंट्रीज. दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. आई एम गिविंग यू 1 minute जस्ट टू सी दिस, देन आई एम गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट फॉर यू. माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट स्टूडेंट्स, see this carefully please, and journal entries also. On the basis of journal entries, revaluation account will be prepared. It is very easy now. I think I have to just rub these things right now. We write down here revaluation account. Debit side, particular amount, particular, and then credit side amount. Now students, as I told you, we have to prepare this account on the basis of journal entries. So यहाँ देख लीजिए, पहली एंट्री में है रिवैल्यूएशन क्रेडिट, सो आई विल राइट डाउन क्रेडिट साइड. Buy will be common and 2 will be common. रिवैल्यूएशन क्रेडिट में है लेकिन रिवैल्यूएशन में रिवैल्यूएशन नहीं लिख सकते, सो आई विल राइट डाउन मशीनरी अकाउंट. The value is 3000. Now second entry, revaluation is debited, so I will write down here debit side. I will write opposite of that. लेजर पोस्टिंग ही करना है आपको बिल्डिंग का काम. The value given here is 2000. Third entry, revaluation debit में है, so again debit side I will write opposite, that is stock. Next entry again revaluation debit, opposite is PTR, so I will write down PTR, bad debt reserve. The amount is 2000. Then you have creditors, but creditors नहीं, opposite में है revaluation, तो revaluation credit में है, so I will write credit side, I will write here creditors. The value will be 1000. जनरल रिजर्व टू x and टू y, यहाँ पे रिवैल्यूएशन नहीं है लास्ट एंट्री, तो वी विल नॉट राइट दिस इन रिवैल्यूएशन, वी विल राइट दिस इन कैपिटल अकाउंट. कैपिटल अकाउंट विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड आफ्टर दिस अकाउंट. नाउ दिस इज ऑलमोस्ट ओवर नाउ, सो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, टोटल. Students, roughly if you go for the total, I think debit side total looks more. 5 plus 2, 7 and 2, 9000. I will write here 9000. Here 4000 is there, so remaining amount is 5000. Students, I told you also that if debit side total is more, that means it's a loss. So I will write down here by divisible loss. Here x and then y. Profit loss ratio हमें सब में नहीं था, so we will distribute equally. So it is 2500 as well as 2500. So 5000 is your loss. This is your revaluation account. Students, as this is a loss of the business, one more entry we have to write. तो जब आप एंट्री लिखेंगे तो एक एंट्री के लिए आपको जगह छोड़नी है. So already 6 entries I have written. एंट्री नंबर 7. रिवैल्यूएशन कौन सी साइड पे है, यहाँ पे क्रेडिट में आपने अमाउंट लिखी है, क्रेडिट में लिखा है ना रिवैल्यूएशन, सो आई विल राइट डाउन 2 रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट 5000. डेबिट में क्या आएगा, एक्स अकाउंट डेबिट, वाई अकाउंट डेबिट. 2500 that loss, this one. Narration will be the loss of revaluation account transferred to capital. Loss of revaluation account transferred to capital account. So students, this is revaluation account in front of you. These are journal entries. Now in our next lecture, we are going to see the comprehensive sum, that means revaluation, capital, cash and balance sheet. Remember students, again this sum will be asked in the board exam for around 6 to 8 marks, and it is compulsory there in the exam and not very difficult. So please try to do this sum at least just to secure yourself for the board exam. I mean to say, to get the exam to subject pass easily without any kind of problem or any kind of stress. Hope this concept is clear. Now in next lecture we go for the another sum. Thank you very much and have a very good day.